So we just went through the Wu Chi position, the standing position, and we get into the Wu Chi position before we start the movements that we go through in this class. The next thing we're going to work on is something called salutations. So salutations basically is starting off in the Wu Chi position, and then arms floating up out in front, elbows drop, hands settle down. So that's one salutation, okay? So when we're doing the salutations, we want to let the wrists float up out in front, almost as if they're floating up on their own. We only want them to come up to about shoulder height, and we want to keep the shoulders and the elbows nice and relaxed. So we want to avoid letting the shoulders come up or letting the elbows fly out, okay? The feel we want, it's as if, just like there's this thread coming out of the head, it's as if there's a thread lifting up the wrists with elbows and shoulders just kind of hanging down from that. So, salutations, wrists float up, and then the elbows drop, and that's going to bring the wrists in, and then the wrists glide down until they get back down to the hips. Okay? Wrists float up, elbows drop, wrists glide down. Now when we're doing this, and when we're doing all the moves in Tai Chi, we still want to maintain a lot of the qualities of the Wu Chi position. So as you're doing this, try not to lean forward or lean back, and see if you can stay lined up over those bubbling well points in the feet. So wrists float up, almost as if they're floating up on their own, elbows drop, wrists glide down. Okay, wrists float up, elbows drop, wrists glide down. So if you're practicing this at home, which I assume you are since you're watching a video on this, feel free to just stand and do a whole bunch of salutations. In the class, we'll typically start off with 2 or 3 salutations, but when you're practicing at home, this is a nice, easy thing to practice. It can become very meditative, and it will help train this kind of effortless floating feel. Okay? It's very nice and calming, easy thing to do. So when you're practicing at home, feel free to spend 5-10 minutes just doing salutations. It will help you as you progress further into the other moves. Okay? So that's salutations.